that because philosophy serves as a fundamental, role in guiding every research or approaches. So now your reasoning and methodology must be dealt with very carefully and connected. And just here, I want to talk about what? Express your ideas with clarity, logical reasoning in your or their argument. All right. And coherence and theories are always just what you have to, to make sure that these are not missing in your write-up. So researchers, I just make this thing I'm saying that researchers present their writing with the same precision, clarity, and logic as lawyer presenting a case before a judge. Brother, if you've been to just like I think many of us, whether even through a movie you watch, you happen to go to a law court, or when a lawyer is presenting their case, you will take it that they are trying to help you. They present their case with precision and persuasion. And here, you will make every word or statement that you make, you have to make sure that you close a loop in it. Otherwise, a reviewer, an editor will take it that there is something missing. So even in your thought, when you are speaking to people or making a presentation, it means that if you are not neatly connected, even some people can lose focus, right? You say, what are you talking about? Because you talk about A, you jump to C, B is missing. So it means that we must talk from A, B, C in that order, right? In order to make things work for someone. So I want to stop sharing this and just, I'm going to present an introduction. This is just one of our publications, but it might not be the best, but looking out for what? Clarity, logic, and coherence is what I want to present in that. All right, so all right, so yeah, this is just the paper. It's on what? That does political propaganda matter in mitigating climate change? Insight from the United States of America. So here, please just, like I said, go with me. We're looking at the introduction because this is a very, technical paper whereby you have to present the ideas as knitted as it should be. Because the way it has been knitted, then that can even help you to even make some coding to code the statement that you have said must be put into code as well. So you just have it this way. It said that environmental and climate sciences, together with International Panel of Climate Change, IPCC, have shown that carbon emissions is the main cause of climate change. Therefore, the United Nations and development institutions have established environmental policies. So there is a site here to control it. From the 1990s to 2005, various climate policies, including the Kyoto Protocol, came into effect. Subsequently, in December 2015, 197 nations unanimously approved the Paris Agreement. We have PA to mitigate the consequences of climate change, which is most significant environmental risks. However, according to the citation, we just move it. Some institutions, including the Non-Governmental International Panel on Climate Change, NIPSI, have denied the environmental science findings that carbon emission is the main cause of climate change. So we move from the denial part, then we go ahead. Apparently, institutional denialism, hereafter CCD, is used to refer to denial. Denialism and deniers is that's a governmental ideology which influences groups, including political organizations. The literature has shown that Nipsey's CDD, that's the denial, has already influenced 6 groups: government, media, the general public, industrial sciences, and political organizations. Consequently, several political leaders have embraced this ideology. That is the denial that emission is not the cause of climate change. So further, this political ideology play a significant role in the United States of America, USA 2016 general election. So we go then the states. The USA is a key member of the United Nations, actively participated in the PA, that is the Paris Agreement negotiation, and adopted in 2015. However, it withdrew membership in 2017. In January 2021, it announced, because here we try to use, because it's a political kind of paper, we try to use certain terms, not to mention all the names and stuff like that. It announced its that is integration to the PA. That's in November 2021, participated in the 26th session of the Conference of the Parties, COP26, under a new president. During the United States framework, that the United Nations Framework Conventions on Climate Change, UFCCC, it considered the second largest carbon emitter. And the climate change, that is what? Prodigal. So we just say a prodigal, carbon climate change prodigal, because it's coming back. That's why we use the word prodigal. Due to their four-year, that's 2017 to 2020, abandon of what? The PA, that's the Paris Agreement. Before its withdrawal in 2017, 8 Republicans, political candidates, consistent with their lawmakers in 2016, opined that the climate science and the IPCC evidence were deceptive. Before the 2016 political campaign, CDD, that's the denial, believed that if Donald Trump wins, he would withdraw the US membership from the PA. Trump claimed that the PA was a job-killing regulation and an anti-working class policy. Notably, this political campaign was one of the most significant determining factors of his win in the 2016 election. According to the political science literature, the success of every political candidate depends on their political message and propaganda. His main political propaganda was, that is what is denial-driven, that is why disguised as a concern for creating jobs and boosting economic growth. His political propaganda was framed in a way that encouraged the general public to vote against the candidates who were concerned about climate change. In fact, several green and climate projects initiated by the previous administration, such as the Clean Power Plan, carbon tax market, and fuel efficiency standard, were altered during Trump's administration. Therefore, in his study, we investigate how the political bias and skepticism towards climate change policies and how it is being used as a political propaganda. The political ideology may have influenced US voting pattern. So we create a variable, VP, that's voting pattern, and subsequently withdrawal from the PA. Therefore, the authors are interested in examining how political propaganda were framed and their resulting influence on US VP and carbon emissions and climate change policies. According to some studies in the case of the Netherlands and the United Kingdom, Republican conservatives are more likely to endorse a vote against environmental sustainability. Currently, there are limited studies on how we make a loophole on how political propaganda may affect future voting pattern and carbon emission trajectories. So US withdrawal has several implications: financial, social, diplomatic, and environmental consequences. And that was a significant mistake with a multifaceted implications for the transactional partners in the world. Since the US is the second largest carbon emitter after China due to energy, that is due to energy-related carbon emission, it is a significant contributor to the global warming. Its withdrawal from the PA has led to the abandonment of all PA-related commitments, which include $3 billion climate change financing to support the UFC agenda. All right. It also created negative economic effect involving the carbon tax tab and others. It led further unsustainable production and consumption to avoid technological innovations across the country. It is worsened by the fact that its production and consumption sectors have operated without recourse to environmental innovation and negotiated under the national determined contributions. Additionally, the literature on the withdrawal of the industrialized nations under the Kyoto Protocol, including Japan, US, Canada, and that is Russia and Australia, reinforced the claim that US premature withdrawal from the PA will have significant consequences. It may negatively impact the NDC's implementations and future climate change policies. The key carbon emitter lacks of that set an favorable precedent to